Hey everyone, it's Collin here at etrailer, and today we got a 2019 Ram 2500, and we're just going to go ahead and do a test fit of these Titan Chain Twist Link Snow tire chains. Now keep in mind that the tire size for this Ram today is going to be 275 70 R18, so double check to make sure your Ram has the same size tire, or just make sure your size tire fits with these chains. Now, it's always a good idea to keep a set of chains in your Ram for any situation where you might run into with inclement weather or off-roading. It's just a nice and easy way to get some traction on your tires in a secure way. And our twist links are going to perform exceptionally well in those deep snow conditions and those ice conditions you might run into. So you'll be able to get out of any of those sticky situations you might be in that your four-wheel drive may not be able to. Now, a couple of nice things about these twist links, like I said, they're going to perform great in snow. Their twisting pattern is going to give you a smoother ride, and it's also not going to jar up like those standard sets of D-link and square link chains would in the snow. And then our ladder pattern style chain, which you can see right here, it's coming across our tire. It's going to make sure we have very effective starts and stops. Now, what's also really nice about these chains is that we have these cam tighteners. There's 3 of them around the chain. These are helping take out that extra slack in our chain when we first install it. Just to show you what I mean, you can see right now, chains have a really nice snug fit on our tire. If I take this tool that's included and bust loose one of our cam tighteners, you can see right here, there's a lot more slack in there. And if I were to undo the other 2, these things would be clanking around while we're driving. So we can just use these cam tighteners to get it fully secured, just like that. Now, if for some reason your chains aren't necessarily fitting the same way ours are right now, you can pick up some of these rubber tensioners separately here at etrailer. I usually do suggest them when you get a ladder pattern style chain. It's just a nice extra thing to throw on your tires to make sure they stay snug on your tire. We don't have that case in here, but just in case you want to grab these, I'll show you how to install them real quick. We have 6 of these rubber arms with metal hooks on the end. I'm going to start down here, hook it on, then I'm going to grab the one directly across from it, bring it up, and then hook it on up there. Do the same for the other 4. See right there, any slack that was left in our chain is now gone, and this is especially useful if, like I said, you have an odd-shaped tire and it's still a little bit loose. Now, the chains come in a quantity of 2, and you got this nice carrying sack that makes for very easy storage, so your chains just aren't laying around in the bed of your truck or in your cab. You can keep them nice and contained in this canvas sack. Now, you'll notice that we have them installed on the rear of our Ram. That's because it's a rear-wheel drive vehicle. But if yours has 4-wheel drive and you want to think about getting a set for your front tires as well, just use the same part number and make sure you double check your owner's manual. Make sure that it'll allow you to put chains on your front tires. And also keep in mind they have a speed rating of 30 miles per hour, so don't go over that. Keep it slow out there. Now that I've kind of gone over some of those features for you guys, I'll show you how to get them installed. Now, the first thing you want to do is lay your chains out flat, and then you will look them over. Make sure there's no kinks or twists in the links, and also make sure there's no tangles. Make sure you get those out. Over the years, if you've used your chains a lot, you do want to keep an eye on them, make sure that they're not worn down too much to where they're not going to be too useful on your tire. And if you have any broken links, we do have replacement parts available here at etrailer so that you can get your links replaced instead of having to buy a new set of chains. But with these being brand new, we don't got to worry about any of that. So I'm just going to grab them and then drape them over the top and sides of my tire. And then you want to make sure you get them as even as possible on the tire. Now here on the back side, we'll make our first connection. We got these 5 extra links right here, and we have our hook. We're just going to take the 3rd one for now, and then put it on there. This is kind of a trial and error thing. I've already figured out that we need the 3rd one for this tire size. This is kind of how you want it sitting, just in the middle of that sidewall. You don't want it too loose or to where it's hanging down and touching the ground, and you also don't want it too tight to where it's coming up there. Now, as for these extra links that you might have, you can either zip tie them up to the links, or you can cut them off if you have the means. Now let's go to the front and make the next connection. Now it's going to be a little bit different. We have the same 5 links, but we use a lever rather than a hook. So we're just going to go to the 3rd link like we did in the back, put it through the link, and then with these extra ones, instead of cutting them off or anything, just a nice little tip, throw it over top just like that. Then we pull it back, and then we hook it on. Now we got our included tool. We'll just go around and secure our cam tighteners. You can see with this third one, it's getting our chains pretty snug on our tire. Might take some force to get it all the way over, but we got it. Now our chains are nice and snug on our tire, and we can repeat this process for the other side. Now if you opted for the rubber tensioner that's sold separately, you want to make sure you throw those on as well. But once you've got both your chains installed, you're ready to hit the road. Well, that's just going to about do for our test fit of the Titan Chain Twist Link Snow Tire Chains for our 2019 Ram 2500.